and now to Texas, where the guy who plays a villain in the new season of Yellowstone, Salim Valji, joins us right now. I love the look. I'm trying to think of a metaphor. Can Craig Conroy rope some doggy today? Sorry, that was horrible. Do you expect the Flames to do anything after a couple of years of real overhaul on their roster?
Nice try with the metaphor, James. I was going with the fact this team is going to be really quiet, so this hat might be the biggest acquisition here in Dallas for the Flames today. And Conroy and his brain trust are just a few yards from us in the hotel. I actually ran into him yesterday during the intermission, and you can tell, James, that he's torn, right? He's an ex-player, and he knows that when a team's exceeding expectations, guys in that room desperately want help. And of course, he gave them that with Morgan Frost and Joel Farabee a few weeks ago. But Conroy's not a player anymore, right? He's a general manager, and I think the key word here is patience. They've exceeded expectations a lot this season. The fact that they're in a wild card spot is borderline mind-boggling, given that we all thought they'd be a lottery team just a few months ago, but they're not in the big game rental market. I do think that they could acquire a fourth line center, someone who can win faceoffs and shoots right, because all of Calgary's centers, James, are left shots. And I think a longer term need is a left shooting defenseman to play alongside Mackenzie Weegar. And Conroy has a trend, right? You look at Yegor Sharangovich and Kevin Ball and Frost and Farabee and others, they fit that 21 to 26 age range. And I think that's really the target here for that longer-term left-hand shooting partner for Mackenzie Weegar. If they do go into the rental market, I think it'll be for that right-handed center. And beyond that, James, despite the success of this season, it really is about opening the new rink in 2027-28 with a team that's more able to compete for the Stanley Cup. And despite all of their wins, they are not deviating from that plan. Keep in mind, too, James, that the Calgary Flames are one of those few playoff teams that has a ton of cap space, about $18 million as of this morning. And Conroy said that he is open to weaponizing that. They've got 2 retention spots. They are still in the mode of acquiring picks and prospects. So that would be something I would keep an eye on more than anything. I think the roster is going to be pretty much the same today, right now, compared to after the deadline. I don't think they're dealing any of their pending free agents, but look to them to potentially use that $18 million in cap space. And you said off the top of villain in Yellowstone, Conroy's anything but, given the success of this season in Calgary and how the team is trending. But just because of that, James, I don't think that this success is gonna change how they approach the next couple of years and opening that brand new Saddle Dome with a team that's a little more ready to compete for the Stanley Cup.
Well, you may end up being in the epicenter of TradeCentre in Dallas if they happen to get Rantanen before the end of the day. It just won't be involving the Calgary Flames likely. That's Salim Valji.